I'm excited about today's video, and yet I'm not excited at the same time. That being said, welcome to the most must-see channel on YouTube. Welcome to Barnes Arcade. Before we can talk about this NES World Championships for the Nintendo Switch, you have to understand this. The Wizard. Literally the most significant video game movie in history. This stars Fred Savage and quite a few other big name actors. This movie is an 80s movie. It came out in 1989. The significance of this movie is incredible to Nintendo and future video game movies, and the reason behind this. If you didn't know, this movie, not only being a good movie from the 80s, because most movies from the 80s are great, and we still have pop culture today that was born in the 80s. Ninja Turtles, everything you know from pop culture pretty much is from the 80s and 90s. Now, this movie is about a couple of kids who are in a broken home situation. This also showcases autism before we gave it the name autism, and just the tough life of being in a broken home and somebody with that disability, if you want to call it that. But there's so much goodness in this movie. You should watch it. If you haven't seen it already, you should at least know about this. So watch this movie. This movie showcased to the world Super Mario Bros. 3. Like the greatest game of all time. Super Mario Bros. 3. This is how people in North America learned about it, because they showcased that in this movie before anything else. Also in this movie, you get the Nintendo Championships. That's the end result of where they're headed. He wants to go to California, and along the way they decide, hey, there's this championship that they're going to hold, and that's where they end up. And there's a good showcase of games. And the very next year, 1990, we get the Nintendo World Championships. And it was a 20-some city tour of North America that culminated into one thing at the end. And you got 6 minutes and 21 seconds during the tournament to finish and get the highest score to be part of the big finale. I do have a link in the description if you would like to know more information about that. And this is the 2024 edition of basically that. And this is kind of like going back to that era, going back to 1990 when Nintendo was huge. And we're kind of replaying that time. And this is kind of banking on that nostalgia and when all that stuff was just everything to a kid. And nowadays you have esports, which is similar, but you just don't get that feeling that you had. So I can't imagine how the people that actually played in these tournaments were feeling. Like, and the ones that won and got to move on, man, that had to be just awesome. But this, the reason that I'm not so excited is because that is snippets of games, and the point of those snippets are to see how fast you can do something, or how many points you can gather within the time, or how many kills you can get. So this isn't a game. This is not something that has a storyline to it. It's not a puzzle game. It's just kind of a tournament, I guess. Nowadays, you know, we didn't have online play on the NES, because that was way before that time. So back then, they made the specialty cart that they used for the tournament, And if you want one of those today, that is like the rarest thing you can get. And you're looking at Ferrari level money if you want to get one of those. And it had 3 games that they played in the tournament: Super Mario Brothers, Rad Racer, and Tetris. And you had 6 minutes and 21 seconds total to get whatever actions they needed you to get on those games. So to get that specific cart these days, just for the nostalgia of it, is just ridiculous amount of money. But this is trying to be similar to that, to where you have snippets of games that you play and try to beat your high score and the people that you're playing with online scores, and just to see, you know, how good you are compared to other people. And, you know, this is 150 plus challenges from 13 NES games. There's a speedrun mode, there's a party mode, and this particular version is the deluxe model that comes with some goodies. So let's open it up and see what's in it. So the first thing is you get the game. Typical red label side, Nintendo World Championship game box with the little cart in it. No book, no manual, typical of new games. Then you get these art cards. There's pictures on the back. Oh, it kind of looks like the front of the art card has the game box that it would have had, and then the back is a picture of the character. That's pretty sweet. So there's Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Kid Icarus, Super Mario 2, Excitebike. What is on Excitebike? Curious as to that. You get the podium, Ice Climber, Balloon Fight, Super Mario 3, Adventures of Link, Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, and Kirby. So, Super Mario 3 is the game in the Wizard that they announced to the world. In the movie, they said, you will be playing a new game that no one else has played, so the playing field is even. And they're all freaking out. That's what it was. You also get this pin set. There is, ooh, I can't read that. These are shiny and small. But it's a pin set. So if you collect pins, there you go. If not, like most people, you're probably just going to leave this in the box. But that's cool that they gave that to you. Also, Nintendo sleeve, gold cart. It's just a empty, blank cart that looks cool. Exact size of a NES game. Also comes with this acrylic stand, Nintendo, that you can set it up and put it on display on your shelf. The back of it just has some little pictures. I don't know if you can see that. Lighting might be weird. But that's really cool. So, what does the game involve? Alright guys, let's see what this is all about. You got a party mode, you got a one-player mode. Tells you a little bit about it. Then you create your profile. Choose your icon. Super Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Kid Icarus, Super Mario 2, Excite Bite, Ice Climber, Balloon Fight, Mario 3, Zelda 2, Kirby. Yeah, let's go with Kirby. Choose a hype tag. Choose NES or Famicom as your favorite. Never had a Famicom. Favorite NES game? Okay, and here we are into the game. We have speedrun mode, world championship, survival mode. You can only start with speedrun. And you can only choose the first one, which is Mush Zoom. Get the super mushroom. Okay. Gives you on this tiny little screen here within your big screen. And you have to do the game, you have to do the speed run that it shows you. You can play again and try for better, or you can go out. If you go out, the next one is 10 coins to unlock. Then this one is collect all the coins in the fastest time. Literally under 5 seconds to do these challenges. And you can play again and try to beat your score, try to beat the people online. You can continue. It's 10 coins to go to the next one. And it just goes through the motions of showing you the different challenges that you have to go through. But like I said, this is not full games. This is just snippets. Oh. Gives you your personal best, and then it goes up against people online if you want to see that. And you just keep going through the motions until you get through all the challenges. Tells you exactly what you have to do. Then you get into the game, and it also shows you a little bit of what you're supposed to do. And you get into it. Countdown. And that's it. Just little snippets of each game. And you go through until you get through it all. And then you see other people's times online. Current challenges. It resets every week. Once you do a few speed runs, you get your world championships and your survival mode. The world championships, it gives you a little preview of what that is. This will be the online, I believe. You enter the championships, it gives you your recent results and your recent champion replays. Tells you what's available. Choose a challenge. There you go. You can try for a faster time as often as you want. The results of this challenge will start on Monday, which I assume the clock resets on every Monday for these challenges that are open to everyone in the world. And you can see if you are the best in the world. So please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll catch you on the next one.